Do Muslims believe in Jesus?
Have you ever heard of the term halal? What do you believe happens after you die? You notice that some Muslim women cover. Do you know why this is?
So do you believe in God?
Who do Muslims worship?
What's the Muslim holy book called?
Do you think Islam has something to learn from other communities around the world?
So do you believe in God?
Do you believe in God? Do you believe in God?
I do believe in God.
No, I'm a scientist and I don't.
No, I don't actually.
I can't completely rule out the existence of God, but I would call myself an atheist in that I don't really believe in the Judeo-Christian or Muslim sense of a God.
I believe in a God, but I'm not sure if there's just one God.
I don't believe in a particular God, no, but I believe in something. I believe in something overnatural, but I can't say if it's like a Christian God or if it's something else.
Do I believe in God? A little bit, yeah. I don't believe in a God. I don't believe that he's sort of bloke, in heaven. I do believe that there is some kind of power, overarching power force out there. I think the Jedi's had it right.
So do you believe in a life after death at all?
What do you believe happens after you die? What do you reckon happens after you die? You know, we come from somewhere, so where do you think we go?
I'd like to think I would, but I don't. No, I just believe you get buried or burnt and that's it.
I'm afraid of it, actually. I'm afraid that things will just get black and then nothing. That's what I'm afraid of. I hope that there's something more.
Just return back to the earth.
Just back to the earth. As boring as that?
As boring as that.
I want to just wait and see what happens, really.
Just wait, be surprised.
I haven't really thought about it too much, I'm afraid.
I like the idea of us being reincarnated, so I like the idea of us like coming back as something or coming back as another person and like having another life. But then half of me likes the idea of going to heaven as well.
Best of both worlds.
Or hell, depending on who.
I believe in the afterlife. I'm not certain what that might be, whether it's physical bodies or something, which we have no concept of now, but in a sense, it's being with God. To me, afterlife is we are with God.
Do Muslims believe in Jesus? Do you know if Muslims believe in Jesus?
No, they don't.
They don't?
No, they don't.
I don't think they do. They don't believe in Jesus. I don't think so.
That's fine.
Okay.
You can change your mind, it's up to you. No, it's alright.
They do believe in Jesus, but they don't believe that he's anything special.
I think they believe that Jesus was probably a good sort of messenger, but not that he was the Son of God.
You believe that Jesus is a prophet. Well, the prophets, that Muhammad is the final prophet, but Jesus is one of the prophets who has pointed us towards God.
What's the Muslim holy book called?
I don't know.
It's called the Quran.
The Quran, yeah.
Quran? No. Is that it?
Do you know who Muslims worship? Do you know who Muslims worship?
It's called, could it be like, not Abraham because he had sons. Oh my God.
Yeah, Allah, same God as everybody else.
I think it's a version of God that they call Allah.
Allah?
Yeah.
Allah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Bang on.
Yeah.
In general, why do you think Muslim women cover?
Why do some Muslim women cover? You notice that some Muslim women cover. Do you know why this is?
I think it's because of their religion and how men should treat them.
For maybe security reasons or perhaps to feel more protected, they cover, their body, but it's like good, because it doesn't look indecent. It looks decent. Yeah.
In Britain we get a sort of sense of skimpy dresses and stuff like that, and that's sort of the total opposite of it. And I don't know. Yeah.
Well, it's based on tradition, and it's actually not only connected with Islam itself, but for instance, Christian women on the Middle East did exactly the same thing, and not all women in Islam cover themselves. So it actually depends on the country.
I've heard that it's Sharia law based on some depends on different readings of the Quran. I believe I don't know the full years, but yeah, in some cultures the reading of the Quran is that they have to go up so that they're not attractive to men. In the sense that they lead the men astray. I think was what I believed. But
okay,
is it a case of a glory thing?
I'm asking you. What do you think?
The honest answer is I don't know. I would, if I had to guess, I would say it would be because like out of respect for the husband or their future husband, however that is, and just wanting to have eyes for that person and be. But it also might be a glory thing in terms of like male and women. I don't know.
Do you think it's oppressive for women to wear the headscarf?
No. If it's a woman's choice to wear a scarf, it's nothing to do with oppression.
Do you believe personally if that may be oppressive, or is it personal choice?
I think that it can be oppressive. I also think that if the women are happy with that choice, then that is obviously something that's their choice. You can't, so that's fine in that sense. But yeah.
If it is a situation where I know a lot of women wear a scarf because their husbands would prefer them to wear a scarf, then that is of course oppression.
If you ask people to cover themselves, and if society dictates what people want to do against their own opinions, then yes, that's oppression. And if you also threaten violence, say if you take off that, bad things will happen to you. That is oppression. But then so is a psychological tool of, well, you'll be a much better person if you dress like this. It's that inflexibility of not allowing people to be themselves, I think, that makes life.
Do you know what halal is? Halal?
Do you know what the term halal means? Have you ever heard of the term halal?
Yes, it's in preparation of meat, isn't it? And cut the throat rather than shooting them first.
Yeah, it's a type of preparation of food, I believe.
Halal, I think it is the way of. One is jhatka and one is halal, right? Halal is the way they kill. They slaughter a cow or a pig or something like that.
Isn't it? I think it's a way that animals are slaughtered. So it's like a ritual. So it's a ritualistic way that animals are slaughtered in the way that they believe they should be slaughtered.
I believe that there's a prayer they do when they like cut the meat or something like that. Okay. I think, yeah.
Halal?
Halal.
No, I don't know.
Do you think Islam has something to learn from other communities across the world? Do you think Islam has something to learn from other communities? Do you think Islam has something to learn from other communities around the world?
Well, it depends in what way you mean. I think Islam, it does in the Quran preach to be, together and be good to your neighbour. But I think it does preach all the right things. I don't think there's anything you can extra learn. It's not already in the Quran or in any other book.
I think all communities can learn from each other. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with religions of any sort, but I think some religious teachings are very good, and that's from all the major world religions. But there are also things in most world religions that are bad and divisive. So I think they need to more learn from each other.
You can't be ignorant in the world. You have to. I mean, if you can't look from another person's view, then you're a poor human being, in my opinion. So as much as Islam might benefit from learning from Western society's culture, Western society could learn from Islam, definitely.
It is about developing and showing people what they're about and actually learning from each other. And I think that's something that is quite strong in the Islamic faith.
I think everybody can learn things from other communities. I think it's very important that we have open dialogue, and if not acceptance, then an understanding, and being able to see other people's points of view is very, very important.
Well, I don't think so. Each one should retain his or her own individuality. I respect individuality. If Islam is following some rules or regulations, I think they should follow the book. No one should say that, oh, it's written in Islam and you don't know what is written there actually. I think you should follow what has been actually been taught. You shouldn't contort the facts and make it for your own convenience.
Well, I just believe that all religions have things to learn from each other, and that would apply to any religion. So I don't want to be specific, but I think yeah, I think everybody can learn from other people. I think it's a good idea to learn more about different cultures and religions because we're all living together on one planet, so I think it's really important that we do more to try and promote that.
They say that Islam is the fastest growing religion to date. What's your opinion on that?
Islam is actually the fastest growing religion around the world. What's your perceptions on that? What's your opinion of Islam being one of the fastest growing religions in the world?
I guess I'm not too surprised to hear that, and I don't really have an opinion. I mean, I guess over time different religions get increased number of people, and it must change. I don't have the numbers, but no, I don't. If more people are turning to that particular religion, I've got no problems with that. That's a free choice,
Well, I think it's great. Yeah,
brilliant,
fantastic.
Well, I really don't know.
Well, to be honest, I thought it was Christianity, but...
Alright, here we go.
I don't know, I'll probably go and check the internet and I'm sure it will tell me different things, so I don't know, I mean, maybe it is. I have read that somewhere, so...
A lot do say that.
Yeah.
Why? Okay, do you know why it might be?
I don't know why it might be, I don't know. Why is it?
I ain't got a clue.
What do they say?
I'm asking you.
Well, I haven't got a clue, I don't know why.
I don't know the scare tactics you use. No, joking. No, cool. Faith is something that's very important. Like everyone has to have faith. I believe that that men and women, people were created with a desire to know God, and I think that's an inbuilt thing. Islam, great, being fastest growing. I mean, it might have something to do with being growing up in a Muslim family, and as a result of that, that you have your faith brushed off on people, and it does happen with Christianity, but it's more Christianity is to my knowledge and to my experience, is something that you have to do personally rather than you do as a family. So I would say that's cool. Like it's I don't particularly agree with everything that you believe in. It's just it's a fair point.
That's fine.
I don't really have any opinion on Islam being the fastest growing religion. Any religion to me is bad. I think it's more important to look on morality, how you live your life, the effect of your actions on other people, and the amount of suffering that you cause as an individual on other people. I think that's much more important than following a religion.
But what would you base those beliefs on?
I'd base those beliefs on moral principles, really.
Who decides who your moral principles are, though?
There is a set of moral principles that aren't related to religion. I've forgotten what they're called in philosophy. Something like.
I think Christianity kind of matches it, but Islam is fast growing because I think, as I said before, you reveal, you offer people an answer where, for so many, there is no, they don't see there being any answers. The world feels a place which is on a collision course with disaster, and they want meaning in their life. And as I said before, Christians do have meaning, but we're not always very good at saying to people we actually have got an answer, because they want to be open to everybody and let people say, "Oh, I don't believe," and that's fine. Well, yeah, that is fine, but if I think I've got something brilliant to offer, I want to share that. And I think Islam is very good. Muslims are very good at actually saying we've got something which is good. We've got a relationship with God, with Allah, and that shapes the way that I live in the world. So no, I think that's why it's growing so fast.
I'm just going to give you a few words, and I want you to tell me the first thing that comes into your head, no matter what it is, even if it's got nothing to do with that thing. Okay. Just give me the first word. Be as honest as you can, okay?
Terror.
Polite.
Man-made.
Dedication.
Peaceful.
Oppressed.
Covering.
Individuals.
A symbol.
A little bit silly.
Personal choice.
Okay, women.
Robbers. I'm being
Robbers.
I'm not.
A religious institution.
Big.
Worship.
War.
Wrong.
9/11.
Misinterpreted.
I'd say belief. Negative.
Very dangerous.
Regular. Regular occurrence.
Very hot.
Problem area.
I'd say conflicts. Troubled at the moment.
Israel and Palestine.
I don't trust it.
Old-fashioned.